Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 837. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hair provided by Professor Erwin Corey.
There you go. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, guys?
All right. Happy early election day. Wee hours in the morning.
Or before hell freezes over.
I'm going to go to bed again, and then I'm going to get up and vote. All right, so what do you got, Chris?
I guess we can start with this. This is talking about the Mummy reboot that we're getting pretty soon.
Yes.
June 9th of next year, 2017.
I'm looking at I'm looking at Scott's hair, and I'm combing my hair. My hair is not like Scott's hair. How effed up is that? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we basically got a quick quote here. Basically, it says, wait, hold on. Who is this from? Dark Horizons is being a little slow tonight.
Yeah. Tom
Okay,
Cruise.
I believe this is from John. I'm going to say this last name wrong. I apologize. But John Spates. John, I guess. Not sure. But anyway,
yeah.
It says, quote, I think there is a similar desire to legitimately explore the frightening and the cosmic in The Mummy. I think we're going to see the first Mummy film in the entire Universal canon with true power to terrify. So it sounds like they might be trying to make this like a horror movie, but not like what we have been seeing in modern day horror movies. I guess it's going to be more of like maybe a little bit of adventure with horror in it.
If I could just jump in for a second, when I was little, my dad took me to this movie about mummies, but there was like this mummy, and it was called Time Walker.
Right.
And it was about a mummy.
I might have to go back and look.
These kids broke into the museum. I guess they stole the mummy stones or whatever, and the mummy woke up and went after the stones, and you found out that the mummy was a time-traveling alien, which was really interesting.
What year did that come out? Because it sounds
70. It was either 80 or like 79.
Because I know I saw something like that. I think it was when the whole HBO thing was going on. I
actually went to see this in the movies, and it was like a horror movie where this guy was killing them like crazy, but it wasn't that he was a murderer. They stole his stuff that he needed to be whole, and once he got the stuff back, the whole mummy thing went away. He was an alien, and this cop that got involved, he accidentally got shot and he was about to die, and the time traveler grabbed him, and I guess at the end they zapped out of time. It was like really one of those. They were supposed to make sequels and the whole thing, and they just never did. But it was really crazy and awesome. But it was like a horror movie. But then it went from horror movie to like sci-fi, like instantly at the end. It was crazy.
That sounds so familiar.
He's got it, I bet. He's got it. He probably does. No? He's going to look. All right. Yeah, so terrifying. Tom Cruise terrifying.
Because I know the original Mummy really didn't, the Boris Karloff one really did not Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff? But anyway, I know the original black and white version really didn't take part with the Mummy. It had the guy, it had to do with this other dude who was actually killing people.
1982, I'm sorry. It didn't come out in 80. It came out in 1982.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize for that, people. Yeah. So this is going to be terrifying, and this is going to be okay. I listen. So it's not going to be like the Brendan Fraser ones.
No, they actually say that directly, that it's not going to be like that. Which I'm happy about, because I think I've had enough of that personally.
Right. But it is kind of funny if you think about it. He gets his eyes from the one dude who has to wear glasses.
No.
Yeah, the eyes he grabs from the one guy who needs glasses.
All right, so this is officially the first movie, not Dracula Untold or Dracula Zero, whatever that was. They scrapped that, I guess. So
Thank you, God.
Mummy is the first one, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Of Universal's 13 movie extravaganza crossovers. Okay. Of the cinematic universe, the Universal Monsters cinematic universe. Okay.
Yay.
Yay. All right. What's next?
This was one I thought was pretty funny.
When you sent me that, I was like, "What in the f?"
Yeah, and this is coming off of some comments that were made, but we'll get into that. The article that this is coming from, Dark Horizons has it, so definitely check that out. But it's Gal Gadot, or Gadot, as I've heard in commercials recently.
Right.
Says that she wants Halle Berry to play Wonder Woman's love interest in a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Well,
Come
guess
on,
what?
folks.
First of all, I'm sorry for cursing. That's bullshit because this isn't part of another Marvel versus DC or DC versus Marvel agenda that will never end, where DC figures, oh, let's just get Halle Berry, who is Storm, and even though Marvel is not getting along with 20th Century, that's still blood in a way that that you don't get along with certain relatives. So you're going after the actors that represent some of the Marvel characters, and you know what? That they can't just cast outside. They have to totally screw. And when I tell you screw, DC and Marvel are screwing with each other with this casting, and it's a perfect example. It doesn't end. You could look at everything we've talked about. It is insane, and I think that's bull crap. I think she was told to say that.
I could see her possibly as if not Vixen, then another DC character. I can't think who off the top of my head.
Cheetah.
Yeah, there you go. Cheetah. There's a good one. But I know how this is going to come across, but I am so tired of let's turn this person gay, this person lesbian, to be able to go along with.
When did you get a Wonder Woman comic?
That is just getting old.
Or who she's dating. When did the Wonder Woman comic become a thing that you spend all that money for a comic to see who she's dating? When would you ever go to see a comic book movie where you get to see what Captain America eats, or friggin' the Black Panther poops, or friggin' this one dates? Okay? That is crap. That is crap.
But I'm just,
Nobody that means you have no fucking plot.
Let's change the sexuality of somebody.
No, but you have no effing plot that you think people are going to go to the movie just to see who the fuck Wonder Woman is dating? Where the fuck is the plot of who she's going to fight, or what the threat is to the universe, or the Earth or some shit? Who gives a shit about who she's dating? I mean, do you agree, Chris, or no?
No, I do, and I agree with what Scott is saying, and this is just my opinion that that coincides with what Scott said. But again, I mean, how many characters now has it been like that, or have they changed that have now either become homosexual, or they're a different religion, or they're a different ethnicity, or this, that, and the other thing? I mean, just so somebody can relate. Right. I mean, guess what? You know what?
Long before we did this stuff.
There are certain characters that some people aren't supposed to relate to, and then there are characters that you're supposed to relate to, right?
Yeah.
If you can't relate to somebody because of the color of their skin, that's kind of narrow in my opinion. Maybe you can relate to them for other aspects, like the things that they're doing or the things that they believe. I just don't understand why this has become the new thing. I don't. It's not.
Chris, it's sickening.
Progressive. It's not progressive in any way.
No, it's not.
Again, it to me, it goes back to the thing where, oh well, one day this character could be homosexual. When you ask anybody in the homosexual community, they believe, and I agree with them, they were born that way.
Exactly.
These characters were not originally made this way. So why are you changing them now just to have people relate to them that you didn't have relate to them before? That's kind of lame in my opinion.
And certain people in that gay and lesbian community won't say anything
Right.
Because they know it's bullshit. But if they say anything, their own group would go after them, and it splits the group. Because they're like, oh, we always wanted this. Like we need to have more and more and more characters, lesbian, gay. So don't say anything. But that's bullshit. Wonder Woman, I don't give a fuck about a Reddit little fucking piece of shit that makes these stupid fan theories about shit that doesn't even fucking exist.
Well, no, this is coming from what Greg Rucka said, and he's not a Reddit guy. This is one of the people writing the DC Rebirth. So that's why this is getting so much traction, is because when one of these co-writers or one of these people who's involved with it says it, immediately I start to think, are they planning on doing this?
For everybody that does this, there are all these other writers that are, and I'm going to call them closet writers, where they're afraid to go against this guy. But when the moment arises, they take the book and they fucking wipe out the whole fact that she's gay, because it's bullshit. So what they do is they know that it's better to play it safe and not go against this person, because if you say anything, you're a racist, you're this, you're this. So they build themselves,
you're homophobic.
right. So what they do is they build themselves up in the DC community until the right time to take over that book, and then they wipe the fucking thing clean. Same thing with Marvel, right? There are people now that are growing in Marvel, right, that agree with us. And they're like, this shit is bullshit, what they're doing with the characters. But they don't say anything because they want to, like, just sneak attack. Like,
there you go.
Just grow into the thing and say, listen, when we get there, we'll wipe these motherfucking storylines out. Iceman's not gay. We'll bring back Jean Grey. We'll bring back Professor X. His brain will be intact, and Wolverine will be saved. Fuck this Inhuman shit. That shit's going to be done, and we're going to bring back the Fantastic Four, and fuck this shit that Marvel's fucking up, right? And then shit gets fixed, because then what happens is the whole status of Marvel is going to change. Or the assholes that are running this company right now, the comic division, are fucking it up. They'll be wiped out, and they'll be a fucking distant memory. And all these books that you think are great, that is shit in the ratings, will be canceled, and we'll have our Marvel Universe restored the way it is. But it's going to take a little time to let these people build up. And that's unfortunately that they have to plan this and they have to do this, where they have to grow like this. But the way it is, you cannot go after anybody, because you're going to be labeled shit, and you will not be able to grow in any ranks in the comic community to take over these books in the first place. It's a very fucking twisted system, especially if some of these writers that are talking shit the election, and they're like fucking anti, like, whether it be Democrat or Republican, they keep talking shit. It's going to take a while for them to
I don't open a comic book to find out somebody's political view.
The fact that I can go into...
Granted, if you want to say, okay, this is going on in this country or that country, fine. But when you're coming out saying, oh, this side is better than this side, or this side is better than that side, and you should be afraid of this. No. I
got to say one thing. I'm not going to say who I'm going to vote for, right? Because both candidates are like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I am going to say that if Donald Trump wins, right, he deserves to sue the shit out of that writer that wrote for Spider-Gwen, that made him his whole face, his likeness as fucking MODOK, Donald Trump, yeah. MODOK. He deserves to sue the shit out of Marvel. We're getting fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, because nobody should have the fucking right to do that, okay? And just because they're public people, even Hillary, they shouldn't be able to make a creature out of her, right? Stay the fuck out of politics, comic books, please. And stop fucking race swapping, and stop fucking gender swapping, and stop sexuality swapping. That's all I have to say.
Bingo.
But just to be clear, too, this is not something that's confirmed, this Wonder Woman thing. As far as we know, what it says here, nothing like this happens in the movie, and there are no plans to do this in a sequel. She was just saying, Gal was just saying that she thinks it would be something interesting.
Yeah.
I disagree. And another thing too, for me, this is assuming that Wonder Woman even gets a sequel.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
and before they can even start planning that, this movie has to do well. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I saw that trailer, and while I thought it was good, I wasn't as impressed with it as everybody else was.
What do you think of the Ghost in the Shell? Have you seen that trailer yet?
No, but
Trust me, spare yourself.
I have no
It's
interest
this
in
little
that.
thing to where it's like it starts, reboots.
Listen,
starts,
these DC
reboots.
movies.
Well, no, but what I was saying before, to get back on topic, was
Sorry.
no, you're good. But what I was saying was, like, I haven't been impressed with a lot of these DC movies.
No, the shit.
Man of Steel was okay, but honestly though, from what we're hearing with the Flash and whatever's going on with the Batman script, because apparently now they're saying, "Oh no, it's fine, everything's okay." I gotta tell you, it doesn't sound like they're in very good shape.
I would take the Supergirl Man of Steel over friggin' Henry Cavill any day of the week. Sorry. That's a Superman that's the way it's supposed to be. Done. Keep making billions, friggin' CW, because that's the way it's supposed to be done. Rewrite the friggin' history of the DC cinematic universe, because nobody wants to see that crap. They would rather see, like, Arrow movie and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the news of the what was it? Yeah, it was the Flash with the Flash movie losing another director.
Yeah.
Obviously, something's not going well behind the scenes there. I don't care what.
It's
They
cold.
can come out. They can come out tomorrow. Every executive at Warner Brothers could come out tomorrow and say, "Oh no, everything's fine with the Flash movie," and I wouldn't.
It's too fucking dark. And the guy's like, you're writing it. You can't go too dark. And they're like, we were going to do it this way. And he's like, all right, peace out. Thanks. Everybody's leaving. The Wonder Woman person originally left. They had to get somebody else. Everybody's running to the hills with DC movies.
It's like they're trying to go so opposite with the Marvel universe that, okay, Marvel's supposed to be the light characters. We'll be the dark characters. No.
Justice League is so fucked that they made it one part because they're like, we don't even fucking know if there's going to be a second one, and we don't want to commit to that shit. And that's exactly what happened with that one. I'm going to tell you right now.
I got to tell you, like, I don't remember what I said a couple months ago, but they're having Steppenwolf as the villain in the Justice League, right? And that's the thing.
They're a great band. I'm glad they're getting their gig.
I got to tell you, I'm a Marvel guy. I didn't know who the fuck Steppenwolf was.
This is
Neither is anybody else.
This is the point I was trying to make. Like, that's the thing to me that indicates that they're not just planning on making this one part, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to do Steppenwolf and then eventually do Darkseid. So this is going to be part 1, part 2, whether or not they split it up into a couple of years, apart or not. This is still going to be part 1, part 2, whether they call it that or not. Because you're not telling me that Steppenwolf is going to be the villain.
Unless the movie bombs, Chris.
But it's not going to.
Okay.
You know that.
I know it's not going to, but it's not going to do what it's going to do.
It probably won't, but I'll tell you what, though. Justice League is one of those rare cases where every other film before it could do terribly, but it will still make a huge amount of money. Why? Because it's Justice League.
Well, what did they say about Batman? We could do a shit Batman movie, and the script could be fucked up, and we could still make money. Let's go.
They're right. Because
I would rather see a Justice League dark movie. Of course, then they'll probably make it turn into, oh, we're all rainbows and loveliness in that one.
You could do a Batman movie where he's like fucking Snake Eyes and he don't fucking talk and beats the shit out of everybody, and he would still do fucking great.
Yeah. So they see those titles like Superman and Batman and the Justice League, those have built-in money. You know what I'm saying? It's these other characters like the Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman.
Cyborg.
Those are the ones that they have to make sure they're good, because people are going to go into those and be like, I don't really know. And then
did they film Aquaman yet or no?
I think they are. Yeah, I know that there was I don't know if they're filming yet, but I know that there was a rumor that I think it was James Wan. I think James Wan is doing it. There was a rumor that he left, but he actually didn't.
Right.
But I find it kind of funny that those rumors came out around the time, I believe, The Flash.
They paid him heavy. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
They paid him heavy to stay. Definitely.
Personally, I got to tell you, like, I heard some rumors that they were saying that the Aquaman movie was going to be like a horror movie, like a
Right.
deep sea horror movie, and I was like, you do realize you're making Aquaman, right? Like this isn't. That's like saying, well, we're going to make Ant-Man a horror movie, and it's going to be like, like really scary. Like what would you do if someone like this was in your home? Like
Right.
what are you doing?
I don't know. Yeah.
Nobody can. You know what? And people have said this before. I'm not the first one to say this, but it's like in your superhero movies, right?
Mhm.
What is the main point that you want your audience to have? Like when you go, what do you want people who go see a superhero movie? What do you want them to experience?
You want to experience the origin of the character through their eyes.
Right? No, but like in the most basic level, what do you want the audience to have when they go?
Fun.
Familiarity
Right.
is one thing.
To me, if it sounds like nobody who's making a DC movie, right? It sounds like Marvel. Wow, it sounds like Warner Brothers is going to them and say, yeah, don't make this fun.
Right.
Make this dark. Make this really dark and make the people cry in
Where
the
you can relate and like the characters.
It's so
It's like
fucking
they're
dark.
sabotaging their own movie.
like
It's
you
too
know
dark.
what it was really like, and this was like clarified to me when I saw Doctor Strange. Right, I recently saw it again.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Right, I recently saw Doctor Strange for the second time,
Okay.
and I realized why I like it so much.
Right.
Is because at its most basic form, it is possibly one of the best representations of the hero's journey ever.
Yeah, I like
better
that.
than even some of the other Marvel heroes, rivaling even Iron Man. I saw a review that said that, and I was like, you know what? I agree with that. And you want to know what's so good about it? It's that Stephen Strange and Baron Mordo and some of the other characters, but mostly Stephen Strange, are so relatable.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what it's like to be a billionaire neurosurgeon, but
Right.
I know what it's like for somebody to feel like they don't know where they belong when something happens to them. Everybody can relate.
Oh yeah.
You can't relate to the people in DC movies because they make them so unrelatable. They make them so dark and so dreary.
But you don't want to relate to them.
Exactly. You don't
It's like
want
when
to be that
You go
person.
see it. It's dark. I don't want to see it again until it comes out on video.
Let me ask you. What kid would want to be the Superman from Man of Steel?
No fucking body.
Nobody.
What kid would want to be Batman from Batman vs.
Nobody.
Nobody.
And what
Where
parent-
these Batman brand fucking people? Were
Right. What parent would want their kid to dress up as Batman and say, "Now I'm going to go kill Superman"?
Right. Yeah. I wonder how Ben Affleck went dressed up as Batman for his kid's party, and did his kid see the movie where he's fucking doing that? Please.
You know, at least Christian. I mean, yeah, Christian Bale's Batman, right?
Yeah.
At least he had some lighthearted moments.
He had a journey though. He took a journey.
Yeah.
This shit
And,
is.
and they did it in such a way to where it was supposed to be not. It's supposed to be he existed in reality, opposed to something fictional. That's why they didn't. That's why they didn't use Clayface.
Yeah.
Why they didn't use Poison Ivy. Though I will say, I thought of a great way of how they could have done Poison Ivy in his.
Well, apparently, her and everybody else is going to be in Ben Affleck's movie, so we're gonna.
I wanna just stick with Doc Strange because I didn't get to do my review yet, and you didn't get to really do too much of a review, and Scott saw it too, right, Scott? So here's the thing.
Okay, so we're
I went to see it, okay, and I gotta say, as much as people said this is not going to be an origin story, that was bullshit. First of all, but I gotta say, I really. I work in the medical field, so I get the whole, unless the doctor stuff. But the thing is that it was so believable and so, down to earth that he's got an ego. He's richer than anybody. He starts acting just like a jerk, and he takes life for granted. And yes, he's fucking driving, and he's fucking looking at fucking X-rays on a fucking cliff thing. Don't even give a fuck. Driving this car that's more money than 2 houses, right?
It was a Lamborghini, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
And he fucks up his life in an instant.
I won't mention the
Totally.
person's name.
And the funny thing is that he don't train anybody to be as good as him. So when he's sick, when he has to take care of him to fix him, nobody can because only he knows how to fucking do it, and he's unconscious. That's the irony of it. It's like, you fucking self-absorbed fuck, that you could have saved yourself. So then he's like mad because it's like they Frankenstein, like they put him back where he's like,
yeah, when I saw
whatever, right?
those hands,
And he's having a fit.
oh God, it just hurt.
And the girl is still staying with him because she loves him, right? And he don't fucking get it. That's exactly reality, definitely. You know, and that whole journey was amazing, amazing.
There was another YouTuber. I won't mention their name, but they said the way they filmed the car accident, the fact that it was in slow motion, that was to them. They loved how they did that.
That was
seeing the dashboard go into his hands.
That was.
I was like, you know, that was possibly the best thing
I've ever seen.
They could have done, honestly. And you know what's funny too? Those X-rays that he got, that was an Easter egg for Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I gotta say though,
I love the fact they were also name dropping, like a person with a little chip in their head. And all that.
Yeah, yep.
Who was the chip one?
That was the Captain Marvel.
Does she have a chip in her head or something?
I'm pretty sure in some versions she does, yeah.
Oh, okay. Was she got into an accident and she became...
I don't know what it is exactly because I don't really know a lot about Captain Marvel.
I know they're changing the origin. That's why I don't know what the origin is.
Yeah, I know that was a reference to her, though, which I think is actually a really smart thing. See, I was saying this way back when in Iron Man 3, when Stark is getting the pieces of the shrapnel taken out of his body, which I hate, by the way, but if we're going to do that, we'll just roll with it. I thought it would have been interesting, just as a quick little, nod, is if on the door of the operating room it said something like being performed by Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
Right.
Or in Civil War, when Rhodey is getting the MRI,
right,
you have Stephen Strange in the room.
Because they did mention Rhodey in a way too, in Strange.
Experimental armor, yeah. Yep.
Oh, it was good. It was really good. I gotta say.
Did you
Yes, I know what you're gonna ask.
saw the end credits?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say I thought the thing was perfect with Thor.
Yes.
I understand why. I guess Loki was probably right next to him, but they didn't show him
Yes.
because they don't want to give it away. Like, why the F is Loki there? But the thing with Baron Mordo.
And Benjamin Bratt.
If anybody doesn't know, okay, which you have to know if you read Doctor Strange, Baron Mordo is a villain. Baron Mordo is never going to be a hero. He's always going to be a dick, or he's going to be, and now he's going to become the dick that he is, honestly. He's going to be like, I got to kill every freaking sorcerer because I got to be the only one because F everybody, I'm mad at the world, and I'm going to break every rule myself, and I'm going to be the only one. So that basically, he's like a hypocrite because he's against the Ancient One for use. And here's the thing, who gives a shit that she uses the dark dimension energy? Okay, she's doing a thing for good. So she has to outlive the villain. So she has to use his power to fucking be young. So who gives a shit about that? Who cares? It's not that you're cheating. It's that you're freaking defeating evil. So who cares about that? But obviously with Baron, and that's what I don't understand. Who gives a shit what Baron Mordo thinks? Oh, Baron Mordo's going to be upset. Like, she said, Mordo's going to be upset. Who fucking cares? Oh, he's the number one.
I will say this much. They did a decent job with Dormammu in this.
Yeah.
That whole little...
I'm going to be honest with you. I was shocked that he was in this movie.
Oh, I
thought that they were going to mention him, and maybe we were going to...
Yeah.
I had no idea they were going to be like, yep, here he is.
That's great. That's fucking
I was
great.
happy with it. Yeah, I was.
Great.
The fact of how he... This is spoilers, folks. And how he sort of defeats him in a way.
Oh, yeah. That was so genius.
Oh, that was so awesome. That was, I have to say.
And the funny thing is that the laws of time had to apply to him who's outside of time because of it just was brilliant the way they did
It
that.
was great.
For anybody in this world, right, to say that time doesn't exist, okay, If time didn't exist, you would not age. Okay? You would be the same always, always, always. So, yes, I understand that man created the name time and revolved the whole thing around time, but time does exist. And regardless. So, stop it with the stupidity. And that was brilliant what they did.
And you know what was brilliant too? And it was so simple, and they did it perfectly. The way that he resolves the story, the way he defeats Dormammu.
Yeah.
He said earlier in the movie that he was afraid of failure.
Yeah.
And he literally stops Dormammu by failing over and over and
That was
over
great.
and over. And it was this is why I love this movie so much. It resolved the character's plot, his journey, so perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
That when at the end of that movie, when he puts the broken watch on and his hands are still shaking, you're like, yes, he still has his drawbacks, but this is a better person than what we saw at the beginning of the movie.
And if you notice, they gave the Eye of Agamotto back.
Yes.
Because, and everybody doesn't understand this, he's still not the Sorcerer Supreme yet.
Exactly.
Regardless of doing that whole thing with time travel. And even Baramoto says, now you're going to have to answer to that because something's going to happen because of the time manipulations, which who the hell knows? Maybe by altering the time, the Ancient One's still alive.
Well, remember, the thing that the Guardians of the Galaxy fight in the sequel, they said is a result of things that happen in Doctor Strange.
Yep. And Wong did say, not Wong, was it Wong or it was the other guy who commented about how that Agamotto thing commented that is one of the gems.
Right.
It's one of the Infinity Stones. There's only one stone left that we don't know about.
It's a Soul Gem, right? Oh, no.
Soul one, yeah.
Yeah.
Soul,
Which is Adam Warlock thing. But I don't think they're going to do
maybe.
Adam Warlock, though.
That's probably when they'll bring in.
They got to bring Adam Warlock in. I don't understand why they
Who
wouldn't.
else would be best for the soul?
Adam Warlock's the guy that defeats Thanos, so I don't understand why they couldn't bring him in.
I think they're going to change it. I think it's going to be one of the Avengers we have now.
Well, Tony Stark is going to change it.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Tony Stark is going to. Here's what's going to happen. Tony Stark, all the Avengers are going to die, and somehow Tony Stark is going to trick Thanos. He's going to get the one gem that you need, the time gem, and he's going to reverse it. And then that's what's going to happen. Because basically, in the Marvel Universe now, right, every single gem is destroyed except for the time gem. If you have the time gem, you can go back in time to before the gems were even destroyed and get them. Just like he got the page that was taken.
That was awesome how he did that.
That was brilliant, by the way. And nobody thought about that either. So that's what's going to happen. I mean, it happened in the Age of Ultron, but the comic version, Wolverine went back in time to, I guess, kill or whatever the hell the thing was. But that's what's going to happen. He's going to save everybody by going back in time and doing that. And, that's it. Really. So, you know what? Good for freaking Doctor Strange, $325 million. Fantastic. That's awesome. I love that. And you know what?
Because when I saw the dude at the basketball rink, I thought, the basketball thing, I said, that looks like Benjamin Bratt. And then at the end, when I saw the little close credits, I thought,
I'm proud that I own so many Doctor Strange comics, man. I collected tons and tons of that stuff, so I'm so happy. So happy finally that all these heroes. I used to know the existence of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I used to read them all the time. Of course, it was a different team, but it wasn't Star-Lord. It was Starhawk, and it was like all, Charlie 27,
funky, wasn't
Advanced Astro, and it was all these characters, different characters. But to me, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. And I was like, one day this is going to be a movie. One day it's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So glad to see that.
Can you imagine meeting yourself?
I'm happy. Even
now,
the vision.
like this.
I know. But I knew though. I knew I had the vision thing, and I'm like, oh, one day, Vision's going to be, and that's it. He's an Avengers. The only thing I'm disappointed about in the Marvel universe is that they screwed up the Mockingbird thing. That Hawkeye is not married to Mockingbird. That's what, because Mockingbird was a big character for me, with Hawkeye. That they totally, unless of course they just don't go with the TV thing and they say that his wife is actually Mockingbird and just scrap the whole that ABC, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is an alternate reality. I would go with that too, though. But anyway, what else? Do we have anything else? Oh, we got 4 minutes left, right?
Yeah, that was about it. Those are the big articles.
So, what we talked about in 4 minutes, or we're just going to end it right there? Just end it right there?
It's up to you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye for now.